When I tried to kick him, I found my foot only halfway to his face. Sam's reflexes were that fast. A true icon of martial arts, Sammo Hung has guarded a remarkable secret about Bruce Lee for decades, but now he's finally ready to share the truth. What did Bruce Lee confide in Sammo that he never revealed to anyone else? And why has Sammo chosen this moment to break his silence? The revelation is nothing like you'd expect. It's shocking and unforgettable. Growing up in the bustling streets of Hong Kong, Sammo was immersed in the vibrant yet chaotic world of local cinema. With both parents working as skilled wardrobe artists, he was raised by his grandparents, whose deep ties to the film industry shaped his destiny. His grandmother Chinzong was a revered martial arts actress, while his grandfather Hung Chung-ho was a respected director. Their influence laid the groundwork for Sammo's future even before he realized it. At just 9 years old, Sammo began his training at the China Drama Academy, a prestigious Peking opera school known for its grueling discipline. There he adopted the stage name Yuan Lang and quickly rose to prominence in the Seven Little Fortunes, a renowned performance troupe that included none other than Jackie Chan. Their early rivalry would spark a lifelong passion that propelled both of their careers. Simultaneously, Sammo was drawn into the film and stunt world, a path that would alter everything. His early career was filled with both triumphs and setbacks. At age 14, a severe injury left him bedridden, stripping him of the agility he once had and plunging him into a battle with weight gain and identity. Still, his determination never wavered. Inspired by a cartoon character, he adopted the nickname Sammo and returned to the industry as a stuntman, gradually earning a formidable reputation. A defining moment came in 1988 with the release of Painted Faces, a film that dramatized his time at the Opera Academy. Though some elements were softened for the screen, the raw intensity of the experience, its mix of pain and joy, remained unmistakable. For Sammo, these memories weren't just part of his past, they became the foundation of his creative voice. During the 1960s and 70s, he began appearing as a child actor, landing small roles in films like Education of Love. A chance encounter with Jackie Chan on the set of Big and Little Wong Tin Bar sparked a lifelong friendship. At the legendary Shaw Brothers studio, Sammo honed his craft, working tirelessly as both an extra and stunt coordinator. Eventually, he rose to fame as an action director, choreographing breathtaking fight scenes for martial arts classics like Enter the Dragon. The 1970s were a golden era for him, but challenges lay ahead. As the film industry shifted toward comedy, traditional martial arts movies were pushed aside, forcing Sammo to evolve. His directorial debut marked the beginning of yet another transformation in his storied career. The Iron-Fisted Monk marked a turning point in cinema, masterfully blending humor with martial arts and laying the groundwork for a fresh genre that reflected Sammo Hung's unique vision. By the 1980s, Hung had solidified his status as a pioneer, breathing life into the Lucky Stars comedy series. His ability to fuse high-energy action with slapstick comedy created a dynamic new formula that captivated audiences. It was a golden era of camaraderie and teamwork, with Hung, Jackie Chan, and Yuan Biao rising as beloved icons in the martial arts world. Yet beneath the laughter and success, the immense pressure of maintaining his status at the top took a heavy toll. As the film industry evolved, so did Hung's storytelling. His movies began reflecting the grit and realism of urban life, moving away from traditional fantasies to present martial arts in a more grounded and contemporary light. Films like Winners and Sinners captured the pulse-pounding energy of the decade, delivering fast-paced fight scenes that defined the explosive spirit of the 80s. However, away from the spotlight, Hung faced inner battles, personal struggles and strained relationships that weighed on him deeply. The 1990s brought even more upheaval, including a dramatic departure from Golden Harvest, which compelled Hung to carve out a new path for himself. Despite self-doubt and emotional scars, he pressed forward, continuing to write, direct, and star in films that fearlessly mirrored his life's hardships and victories. The echoes of his past, both inspiring and haunting, often resounded louder than the applause. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Hung seized fresh opportunities, most notably with the hit television series Martial Law, where he captivated audiences with his unmistakable charisma and undeniable talent. Meanwhile, across time and continents, Bruce Lee, born Lee Jun-fan in San Francisco, entered a world already steeped in chaos. His early life lacked stability, as his parents, Lai Hoi-chun and Grace Ho, were entangled in their own ambitions and struggles. Just 4 months after his birth in November 1940, Bruce was taken back to Hong Kong, only to be swept into the turmoil of the Japanese occupation by December 1941. Amid the devastation of war, the Lee family endured a relentless fight for survival, far removed from the bright lights Bruce would later command. His heritage added layers of complexity to his identity. Grace came from Shanghai and had mixed Cantonese and English roots, while Bruce's family also had ties to wealth, though money offered no escape from the harsh realities of life. Drawn to the spotlight from a young age, Bruce entered the world of film thanks to his father's opera fame. By his first year, he appeared in Golden Gate Girl, already earning the nickname Lee the Little Dragon, a name that hinted at the fiery spirit within him. Even as a child navigating an uncertain world, Bruce stood out with a presence far beyond his years. However, his academic life was rocky. He bounced from one school to another, his growing fascination with street fighting alarming his parents. In hopes of channeling his restless energy, they introduced him to martial arts, unknowingly setting him on the path that would one day change the world. Mastering Wing Chun was no easy feat for Bruce Lee. His mixed heritage almost cost him the opportunity to train under the legendary Ip Man, who initially faced pressure not to accept him. Fortunately, a close friend, William Chung, intervened, helping Bruce secure his place as a student. The rough, unforgiving streets of Hong Kong became Bruce's proving ground, where frequent street fights honed his skills. One particularly brutal encounter with a powerful triad member's son left his opponent badly injured and caught the attention of local authorities. His mother had to step in, signing documents to keep Bruce from further trouble. Yet each confrontation revealed not recklessness, but a fierce passion burning inside him. In 1959, his parents made a pivotal decision. They sent Bruce to the United States to escape the violence and build a new future. With a heavy heart, he left everything behind. He first stayed with his sister Agnes in San Francisco before relocating to Seattle to complete high school. There, Bruce lived in a modest apartment above a restaurant, where he worked to support himself. Juggling school and labor, life was far from glamorous. But through it all, Bruce matured, sharing his martial arts knowledge with friends, not to chase fame, but as a means of survival and expression. This passion eventually led to the founding of his first school, the Lee Jun-fan Gung Fu Institute. His charisma and skill attracted students, and at the University of Washington, he dove into studies in drama, philosophy, and psychology. However, the academic environment felt restrictive, and by 1964, he dropped out to move to Oakland. There, he partnered with fellow martial artist James Yim Lee to open another school. Their collaboration began to gain recognition in the martial arts community. Bruce's true breakthrough came at the Long Beach International Karate Championships. His explosive performance, including the now legendary one-inch punch, captivated audiences and skyrocketed his reputation. Not all his battles took place on public stages. That same year, Bruce faced Wong Jack Man in a controversial private duel, spurred by Bruce's defiance of tradition by teaching martial arts to non-Chinese students. While accounts of the fight vary, some say it lasted over 20 minutes, others claim it ended in mere minutes. The outcome profoundly impacted Bruce. It pushed him to evolve, rejecting rigid styles and limitations in favor of adaptability, speed, and practicality. This philosophy became the foundation for Jeet Kune Do, a revolutionary martial art he created in 1967 that challenged convention and emphasized freedom over form. Despite feeling like an outsider, Bruce's career in America began to ascend between 1966 and 1970, particularly with his role as Kato in The Green Hornet. Although often restricted in his performance, Bruce's martial arts brilliance shone through, introducing Asian martial arts to mainstream American audiences. He continued to expand his influence, training with legends like Gene LaBelle and coaching Hollywood stars such as James Coburn. During this time, Bruce also refined his skills and artistic vision, setting the stage for his next leap forward. In 1971, disillusioned by discrimination and the lack of meaningful roles in the U.S., Bruce returned to Hong Kong and was instantly embraced as a superstar. The Big Boss and Fist of Fury shattered box office records, while his newly founded production company gave him full creative control. The Way of the Dragon, featuring the unforgettable showdown with Chuck Norris, solidified his status as a global icon. Tragically, just as Enter the Dragon, his first American co-production, was about to be released, Bruce's life was cut short. The film, however, became a global phenomenon, cementing Bruce Lee's legacy as a martial arts legend and cinematic trailblazer. Bruce Lee's life was tragically cut short just days before the release of Enter the Dragon, leaving a void not only in martial arts cinema but in the hearts of millions. After his sudden passing, director Robert Clouse faced the monumental task of completing Game of Death, a project Bruce had started but never finished. At the time of his death, Bruce had already filmed over 100 minutes of footage, including scenes with martial arts legends like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Dan Inosanto. The story followed Bruce's character as he ascended a pagoda, battling a different opponent on each level. With the film left incomplete, Clouse made the controversial decision to use a lookalike, Kim Tai-chung, along with archived footage and a stunt double to reimagine the narrative.